player that takes too much sand or too little sand. Here's something I was taught years ago, and I thought it was brilliant when I heard it. When I set up, I can take less or more sand by changing the level of me, not by changing the golf club. I want to deliver the club pretty much the same way every time. I don't want to be changing it. But if I want to take more sand, I'm going to take a wider stance. I'm going to lower my body into the sand more. And from here, I'm just going to take more sand. So if you have a shot where you're worried about blading it past or going too far, lower your body down, set yourself down. Now you may have to hit this a bit harder, but it will come out really nice. You'll just naturally take more sand. Now if you're the other end of the spectrum and you are catching it heavy too much, what I would suggest is a very light grip into the sand, not very much. And if I play this shot now, for me, this should come out pretty fast. Yeah, so I just hit it nice and easy, caught a lot closer to the ball. So by just changing stance and depth, you can start to control how much sand. So that's the first thing you need to figure out when you're trying to determine what's the right position for you. Okay, so you've probably been taught at some stage, or you've watched some video down the road that says you've got to take the club out and across it, and that helps you play your bunker shots. Well, truth is that it actually will make it harder to determine the right contact into the sand. What I'm suggesting here is actually, for a basic shot, I want you to be pretty square. Maybe open up the left foot just a little bit here. And I want the club delivery actually to be pretty neutral, meaning that it's certainly not across it, but it's not too much from the inside. I think if I was drawing a line here, I'd kind of want the club to travel pretty much down that line there. This will make it easier to hit this shot. So having that club travel down there for a basic shot is extremely important. Now, we're going to talk about what happens if we deliver it in different ways so that you can kind of understand why you might do it that way versus the other. So what we're going to do, I'll show you. I'm going to deliver the club this direction, but I'm going to keep the club face pointing at the target. So obviously I'm going to have to move my body lines. So this is probably getting back to what a lot of people have been taught. Now, the hardest part about this is that I don't really know where this ball, because I'm not standing square to it, so I don't know where I'm actually hitting. So we might have to test again with the lines this way where I actually make contact and have a reference point. So I'm like way too far up there. So that's proving to me that I need to move this ball position back significantly if I actually want to be able to play this shot. So from an open position, I need this ball position in the middle. So let's get in here. Club face is pointing to the target. I'm going to swing out and across it. I've figured out the ball position's roughly in the middle. Let's see what happens. So much higher. Not a bad shot, but again, I think that's just so much harder to play. You know, I didn't know where the ball position was. I couldn't judge the contact. Definitely not bad for height, but bar that there, didn't make any sense. The other one is if I'm playing more of a draw, so I'm actually going to have the club exit a little bit more out to the right here. So I'm going to set up a little bit more this way, inside out. So I'm going to draw this little shot. Not bad there at all. One thing you'll notice is much more topspin, so it's actually a nice little release shot having that. Still played it open, but the club delivery was much more from the inside. A nice shallow attack angle. Had a